Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. First things first, I do want to apologize for yesterday's video. In yesterday's video, most of you who watched, well, like my 6 viewers, saw that the video was only functioning till about like a minute and a half in, and then when I started battling, the video froze. That's mainly in part because of the tutorials I was watching to set up OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, and it didn't work as I planned. I messed up a little bit essentially, and I set the wrong frame rate. Just everything did not go with my laptop, and now that I think to have figured it out, everything should go fine today. So I do want to apologize for that. And time to reintroduce myself. I am Gustavo Garcia. I am a new player to VGC, hoping to make a name for myself and hoping that I could help others as well with Pokemon, because I feel that we need to help everyone out as a community, because there are players that need help. There are players that want to see others battle, and I feel like one of the best ways to improve your battling skills is to watch others battle. Alright, now that that's enough about me, this is the team. This is my Tailwind Mawile team. Now, I saw a team similar to this on Aaron Zhang's channel, Cybertron VGC. I'm going to link that down below anyways, just to be fair to Cybertron. I don't personally know the guy, but I'm sure he's a great person to talk to and meet in person. But this team features a Tailwind Mawile, which means Mawile is given full speed and full attack investment as opposed to bulkier variants of other Mawiles that you might have seen used before. This Mawile has full speed because of its ability to hit super hard. So most people might ask, well, why have a fast Mawile in general? Well, I feel that because of this set, I outspeed base 80 Pokemon and I can hit them hard. And, they might not see it coming, so it's to catch you off guard a little bit, but once that Tailwind goes up, Mawile outspeeds just about everything on the field. And same thing for the rest of the team. They have just enough investment to where if a Tailwind gets off, it will hit them hard and it'll hit them fast, which is genuine for most Tailwind teams, that you will be able to hit them hard regardless because you have the Tailwind. And as you can see, there are other various forms of speed control, such as the Suicune, the Thundurus, and the Gengar, all having Thunder Wave, all having various forms of speed control, such as Thundurus with Thunder Wave, Gengar with Icy Wind, and Suicune with the Tailwind, obviously. So I'm always at least bringing one form of speed control to the game. And other than that, the team should be pretty straightforward in sets. Alright then, let's look for our first battle today. Hopefully it goes good and nothing freezes today. Alright. Here we go. Durbin has joined the battle. Alright. Durbin. Don't know him? Alright, but a strong Charizard Y team off the bat with the double genies. So he's got a solid team here. I wouldn't want to lead incorrectly against him, seeing as I don't want to mess up. So I am very tempted to lead with the Gengar, but the thing is, if I Icy Wind at any point, I will Icy Wind that Bisharp. What I could do is lead Gengar, Heatran. Now what this does is it counters the Bisharp, and I can hit almost anything on his team very effectively, walling Charizard Y, except for Suicune. But for Suicune, I'm actually going to bring Virizion, seeing as Virizion can actually close combat the Bisharp, Stone Edge the Thundurus, Leaf Blade the Suicune. So Virizion is obviously a Pokemon I want to bring in this battle, as it hits most of his team very effectively. The last slot is going to be rather difficult. Seeing as he's got Charizard Y, I'm not too inclined to bring Mawile, and Mawile would honestly, it'd be a great counter to that Sylveon, but other than Sylveon, there's nothing much it can hit too hard without being hit first. It does not outspeed the Suicune due to it doesn't have full investment, seeing as Mawile is adamant, so I got to pick this very carefully. Now I'm really leaning towards Thundurus, because Thundurus would give me more speed control. I can hit Charizard super effectively, Suicune super effectively if that goes wrong. Or I could bring my Suicune to hit his Thundurus, his Bisharp, for solid damage, but I feel I wouldn't be able to do too much against the rest of his team. So it's very hard, but I am going to lean in towards Mawile just because I want to live dangerously. And I feel like Mawile's damage is more than enough to overlay its weaknesses. So hope it goes well. Alright, our opponent opens Sylveon and Thundurus. Alright, not the best, not the worst matchup at all, honestly. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Now, Sylveon might Hyper Voice and Thundurus might... I'm honestly predicting a Thunder Wave onto me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Icy Wind and Heat Wave to stop any possible switch-ins, see what anything happen. Icy Wind just to slow him down. There's nothing wrong with slowing someone down. So, granted, there can't be nothing wrong with too little speed unless you're a freaking, what's it called? Yeah, fair form. Because those things, if you make them slower, they're only going to hit you harder. Alright, my opponent seems to be taking his sweet time here, which is good because you really want to think your moves through. I might have picked my moves a little too fast. But granted, I already had my moves picked for what I wanted to do. Now, he might be thinking I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Sylveon or Flash Cannon the Sylveon. But I'm just going for spread damage right now in case of any switch-in. And to slow just about anything down. Now, the Icy Wind should actually do moderate damage to this Thunderous, seeing as it is a timid Gengar. And other than that, I think, well, maybe I could, yes, Sylveon protects, anticipating the, as he paralyzes the Heatran there. Oh, wow. Smart move. But the Heat Wave connects, and that should be a Citrus Berry, yeah. But now this next turn, I'm actually gonna Sludge Bomb Sylveon, in case anything switches in. Well, Bisharp could switch in. But, you know, I think I'm actually gonna Sludge Bomb the Thunderous instead, in case Bisharp does switch in, predicting an Icy Wind. And I'm actually still gonna Heat Wave one more time, in case Bisharp switches in. It's the only motive I have for doing this turn. Thunderous might actually still paralyze Gengar, but if I can get 2 attacks off this turn, that Thunderous is going down, as Sludge Bomb actually connects. So there was no switch outs, and he still goes for the Hyper Voice. Probably to break my sash and to make things easier on Bisharp if it were to switch in. And I am predicting a Bisharp to come in, honestly. Since Heatran is paralyzed, he can find a way around it. Another possible Pokemon to swap in would be Charizard, but as it is the Bisharp as I thought. Now, I'm going to go for a straight play and predict that he's going to Sucker Punch my Gengar. So I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Bisharp, and I'm actually going to Flash Cannon the Sylveon, seeing as it has a chance to KO from this range, and a Bisharp Sucker Punch should not knock me out, seeing as there's been given no boost to it. And another reason I want to burn Bisharp is so that in case it's sashed, that way Virizion can come in and close combat it, because I think his last Pokemon is going to be Charizard. Why? Or, yeah, as there goes a Sucker Punch, as I knew it would not be enough to KO from that range. And Sylveon goes for a Shadow Ball and a Gengar to knock it out, but that was more than enough damage, but I'm paralyzed. But I can safely actually bring in Mawile now. Now, the beauty of bringing Mawile in is that it's faster than Sylveon. With Bisharp being burned, I have nothing to worry about. I could still get Sucker Punched, but I'm almost guaranteed to take one of them out this turn. Now, I'm going to take it down one stage, but it gets one stage boosted, but since it's burned, it's like at -1, so it's basically an intimidated Bisharp at this point. I can play rough the Bisharp for a KO, or I can Iron Head the Sylveon for a KO. I'm going to predict him to protect that Sylveon, and I'm actually going to protect with Heatran. So, I am feeling Sylveon will protect this turn, and I'm actually going to go ahead and play rough the Bisharp, because I feel like he's going to try and Sucker Punch my Heatran. It shouldn't KO from that range, but I just don't want to take any chances on a crit. Seeing as if he does have Tar Y in the back, I can actually wall him out. Yeah, and there's a Protect on the Sylveon, Protect on the Heatran, and he has predicted him to Sucker Punch. That worked out my favor. That should KO the Bisharp, and let's see what his last Pokemon is. If it is Charizard, I feel like I have this battle locked up because I have Virizion in the back. If it's Thunderous or Landorus and he locks himself in, yeah, it's gonna work out just fine then. Now, what sucks is he can still Heat Wave me, but I'm immune to Heat Wave. So I'm going to protect this turn, and I'm going to Flash Cannon Sylveon. So thankfully I'm immune to Heat Wave. He can take out Heatran this turn, but I don't mind, seeing as I can get the outspeed with Virizion the next turn with a Stone Edge. Now I don't want to rely too much on Stone Edge because Stone Edge misses, so it's like the saying is live and die by Stone Edge. Same can be said for Rock Slide, because they're really powerful moves, but they tend to miss a lot. Now my opponent's picking his move, and I feel like he's taking his time because he knows he can still win this very easily. He can still win this. For example, Sylveon has Shadow Ball, but it could also be carrying Hidden Power Ground, which should KO the Heatran. But if he goes for like double spread damage to try and take me out, I cannot afford to lose this Mawile, because if I lose Mawile, I have no way to take out the rest of his team, and Virizion would no way be able to stand against these two alone, which would honestly be the hardest part. because Virizion can KO one of them, but it can't KO both of them, and I don't even think a Leaf Blade would KO Sylveon from this range. So I'm just going to protect with Mawile. Charizard goes for the Solar Beam onto Heatran, probably predicting this Solar Beam and Shadow Ball trying to take it out, which is actually perfect, because now I get to swap in Virizion for free, and which is what I wanted. Because Virizion outspeeds Charizard, Mawile outspeeds Sylveon. So now this turn I'm actually going to Iron Head Sylveon, and I'm going to Stone Edge the Charizard. Assuming this Sylveon does not have max speed, I should be able to pick up a KO on it. And let's just hope that Sylveon is not max speed, or else I lose. But it is what it is, whether I win or lose. And Stone Edge connects with Charizard, taking it out. And this pretty much seals the game for me, seeing as a Sylveon, Hyper Voice, or Shadow Ball cannot KO me from any range. And Virizion's Leaf Blade should hit. It may not KO, but point is, it looks like, and as our opponent says, fuck. Hey, at least it didn't say fuck, but hey. And I apologize for cussing if there's a kid on here. Alright, in our first game, we pick up a win. Good game to our opponent. And let's go search for another battle. Alright, now battle number 2. Let's go. So that first battle actually went very well to my prediction, as Crenchilla has joined the battle. Alright, let's do this. Okay, very interesting team actually. The Slowking, the Nidoqueen, the Ninetales, and the Registeel. That's new to me. I rarely see those in VGC. Granted, Nidoqueen was actually very popular in VGC 2014. I did see it at Worlds. I believe is in like the top 8 cut. I'm not 100% sure. But it proved to be very effective with a nice Choice Scarf on it. So this might be a Choice Scarf, but judging by this team, it's probably Trick Room. Now let's go for the proper moves. Alright, so I'm opening Gengar and Thunderous, seeing as I got speed control and medium ways to hit. Taking Virizion, and actually taking the Heatran, I believe, is my best option here. So I'm not bringing Mawile in this battle for many reasons. Sorry about that. Family came home. I have to talk. So most of the times I'll commentate when I'm alone, but for the most part, I try to prevent as much noise from happening. There's not the biggest house I live in, so I can't do too much about this. So I do apologize to any fans. I understand that I'm streaming for you guys. So once again, I apologize for any inconveniences from time to time. As I am just gonna Icy Wind and Thunderbolt here. Just try to get some damage off on both. If it does not protect, I should be just fine. As he goes for the discharge. Oh, it discharged to hit all of them. Nice. Yeah, but Icy Wind connects with both here, thankfully. Slows him down, and he should not be able to damage me too much at all. Yeah, as he goes for the Dragon Pulse. But, oh yeah. Ooh, why did I Thunderbolt? That is my bad right there, guys. I am very sorry. I completely forgot about that. As I'm not too used to these pokes. So smart play would have been to hit him Power Ice and double up into Sceptile. Sorry about that. I did get distracted right now. Family walks in, you know. You guys understand. It's very hard to commentate because I do have to speak rather loudly because of the microphone. And I feel like Heat Wave and Hidden Power Ice, or yeah, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice should be enough for the KO. As he's gonna protect. Probably went for the Thunderbolt most likely, but the Heat Wave connects and KOs thanks to that Icy Wind support. Now, Mega Sceptile should still be faster than Heatran, despite the speed drop. So let's hope everything is going well. And for those of you not knowing, my family doesn't support my my gameplay too much, as that Nidoqueen is carrying it's carrying a air balloon. So I'm actually just gonna pop that air balloon with a Hidden Power Ice, hoping it's not a Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, because if it is, I might have just lost this battle. And Sceptile with the Dragon Pulse at +2, yeah, Earthquakes himself. But let's hope for the best. I should probably rewatch my speed investment. Sorry about that. I got really distracted. It's really hard to commentate when you're distracted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna Heat Wave and Protect, seeing as it's only gonna hurt itself. but I feel like I'm going to be down a Pokemon. It's going to be a 2-1 situation for Virizion. So what I'm going to do anyways is I'm still going to Leaf Blade the Nidoqueen. You know, I got to make these plays now. It might pay off. And hopefully it pays off. Yeah, as he protects. And the Leaf Blade connects. And what else does he go for? Oh, I'm actually faster than Nidoqueen. Ooh, I should have Earth Powered that slot. But let's see if I survive. Yes, I survive! Alright, so it still looks hopeful for me. Now that I know that I'm faster than Nidoqueen, I can actually Earth Power that Nidoqueen slot. Seeing as most of his team couldn't take it. And I can safely Leaf Blade the Sceptile for a KO. Alright, that was my fear as I fought. And it's Ninetales. Alright, and he protects. But Virizion should be faster than Ninetales. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Heat Wave and Stone Edge, hoping this is enough to KO Ninetales. And hopefully it is enough to pick up the knockout. As my opponent is again picking his moves very carefully because he's in a position to lose. But Stone Edge connects and the crit. This is one thing I love about Virizion. It has 2 high critical hit moves and you will see these hit from time to time. Very effective and very useful. Now it's a 2-1-1 on Sceptile. I have no priority moves, but he should not be able to KO me from any range. My bad, excuse me. But yes, should not be able to KO me. So one's going to get the kill. So I have no reason not to, so I should just go for Flash Cannon and Leaf Blade. I have no reason not to go for these moves. He's got very little health, and he's not exactly the bulkiest of Pokemon. So whatever he goes for, I should pick up a second win today. And be thankful that today went out fine. So, yeah, you guys understand. Oh yeah, to go back to my side note, my family does not support me playing this game too much. So when I do play, they went for the Focus Blast, but it missed unfortunately. Oh well. See, I would personally put Hidden Power Ground on the Sceptile, given that you have a discharging Thunderous. Alright, as our opponent leaves, and we pick up our second victory. Now, what I would have done with him was, I would have actually gone with Thunderous T in its Therian form, because it has a higher special attack, and that discharge would have done more damage as opposed to its incarnate form. And put Hidden Power Ground on Sceptile as opposed to Focus Blast, because after getting that boost, that Hidden Power Ground should be enough to KO a Heatran, unless it has a Shuka Berry like mine. But some don't, some have Life Orb, some have other items. Alright, well that's plenty for today. I feel like we played fairly well today. I mean, I did mess up in that second battle, but that's what you get when you get distracted. My family came home, and so for the future, if you guys ever hear me like pause for a second, it's because somebody came home. And granted, it'd be easier with the face cam, but that'll be of due time. So I want to thank everyone for today, and I hope to see you guys next time.